Hi there. You can call me Christopher, Birdman, or just Bird. I'm running for our Pacific Region's Vice President position because nature's calling has led me here. I won't present any argument or attempt to narrow your thoughts. Instead, I seek to expand the active learning process. I trust our collective judgment to elect the most fitting character, whomever that may be. For representative roles, I particularly cherish embodying both inclusivity and transparency. To live these into a reality, humility has been integral as a root for my behavior. I appreciate conducting open surveys to garner a true sense of constituency perspectives. So I said nature called and told me to follow this path. Let me explain a little about what that's looked like so far. I realized the inherent rights of the cannabis plant and people's access to it 6.5 years ago, and it guided me to take direct action. I began providing marijuana baked brownies to classmates while also participating in student government. I was soon arrested and subsequently suspended. This was perhaps the most deterministic day of my life. I pledged to liberate this plant from unjust human laws. 3 months later, I discovered Washington's 2010 campaign to legalize cannabis. As no one else satisfied the role, I quickly began facilitating other volunteers' efforts throughout the county. The suspension also gave me a complete resolve to return and graduate from Lewis and Clark College, showing cannabis as a catalyst rather than as an inhibitor. I succeeded. Since 2011, I've been a medical marijuana patient, and I joined the First Church of Cannabis last year when it became state certified in Indiana. In the years since cannabis started teaching me, I've been blessed to be able to learn from an array of additional nature-based medicines. Discoveries from such experiences have led me to bridge my involvement and become more of an inter-networker than an intra-networker, meaning that I consistently seek to diversify and expand possible connections, rather than just strengthening connections that are already proximal. This calling has meant that after helping to legalize cannabis in both Oregon and Washington, I shifted to more permaculture principles and to network and workshop through groups that address broader social justice issues such as Pioneers, Bloom, and Dream Generation. I love working, and work and play are one in my life, playing with soil and streams. For the past 2 years, I've also been living much more in tune with nature through tent and or car camping, concentrating on habitat restoration and cultivating regenerative culture. The latter has directed me to help with Cascadia Northwest Festival's Ecotopia Village and the Dream Dance events in Seattle. It's also taught me how to hold space. My current lifestyle makes it ever more convenient to travel along the best coast. I identify as Cascadian and have been widely throughout the western halves of California, Oregon, and Washington. I operate on a consent-based trading and gifting economics. And I do this as an entrepreneur or as an ecopreneur. It's very satisfying. Right now I'm actually house sitting on Vashon Island. The canaries that you probably hear in the background are only mine to steward for 10 days. I actually steward a kitty though, almost ironic since I'm Bird. I always answer with my actions according to how I can best help Earth. The planet is in crisis. Our species' evolution has diverged behavior from sustainable systems through the rapid growth of our neocortical, particularly prefrontal potential. Using our full spiritual, emotional, and neurological selves then, whichever you prefer to call the oneness, it's all the same. We may compassionately cultivate eco-cities, intentional communities, and enlightened relationships with each other. I believe that the legalization and normalization of ayahuasca, mushroom, peyote, salvia, and MDMA sessions, whether you prefer the term ceremony or therapy, that's okay. This is vital to enable our species to discover Earth's oneness and find behavioral peace in time to save us from ourselves. Thank you for active listening.